But let's listen to the other black person on the panel explain how what Trump did was actually horrendous because America is just still so racist towards black people. Watch.
What happened today was a beautiful thing.
So
Yeah, I
what-
don't.
so
I
what
think,
do you-
I think
You
he's
don't?
trying to gaslight us.
In
I mean,
what
come
way,
on, man.
Solomon?
You have got to be kidding.
So if he
He's
didn't
try-
have it, if he didn't have it today, you
he's-
would be
he's
back.
Trying,
Honestly, I
he's
would
trying
prefer
to
that he
gaslight us.
You can't say that.
First,
Yes,
he
I would.
said he doesn't want anybody in government to celebrate Black History Month, and then he says, "Okay, I'm going to put on an event about Black History Month, and I'm going to be the speaker." There aren't any black people, really saying anything about what's happening with him. He tried to use DEI as literally a racial slur against us, as if black people are benefiting from anything in this country and getting anything we're not qualified for and don't have to work twice as hard for. Black people have to live in the real world. When the cops come, we're scared because we might not come out of it alive. We walk into a store, if they let us in, we're followed around. We don't get loans when we have the same credit score as everybody else because we're black. We have to live in the real world. You can't gaslight us. We know reality when we see it. This is not real. This is a joke. That's what that is.
So we're just going to take a second and debunk everything that guy said. So the most common trope from the DEI left is that there's no way black people are getting in with subpar standards because we have to work 5 times as hard as everybody else just to achieve what a white person can. Well, as we know, last year, Harvard was sued for its DEI admissions, and the Supreme Court ruled it was illegal. So let's do a quick refresher and take a look at this chart and show exactly what he said to be the opposite of what's actually happening. So if you're in the top 10% of applicants and you're white, you have a 15.3% chance at being accepted. If you're Asian, you have a 12.7% chance of being accepted. If you're black, you have a 56% chance of being accepted. If you're Hispanic, you have a 31.3% chance of being accepted. Now, if you're in the 50% of applicants, just complete middle of the pack, white people have a 2.6% chance of being admitted, Asians have a 1.9% chance, blacks have a 22.4% chance, and Hispanics have a 9.1% chance. Now, where you really can see what's happening here is black people who are in the 40th percentile, so below average, have a 12.8% chance of being accepted into Harvard, while an Asian who is in the top 10% of applicants has a lower chance of being admitted than a black person in the 40th percentile. That literally exposes, and it's why the Supreme Court ruled it illegal, that whites and Asians actually have to work 3 times as hard as a black person just to get the same outcome. Now let's look at medical school acceptance rates, and it echoes the exact same thing. If you have an MCAT score between 24 and 26 and you're black, you have a 56% chance at being admitted. If you're Asian, 6%. If you're white, 8%. Now, if you have an MCAT score between 30 and 32, you have a 94% chance at getting accepted if you're black, an 83% chance at getting accepted if you're Hispanic, a 63% chance getting admitted if you're white, and a 58% chance at getting admitted if you're Asian. That means an Asian with a top score gets in at the same rate as a black person with the lowest score. There's your DEI. And they always love to throw their stats around, even though they're completely ridiculous, but they completely disregard our stats. The guy continues to say, oh, black people, when we're stopped by the cops, we don't know if we're gonna get shot and killed. Well, cops kill more white people than they kill black people. He says, oh, if you're black and if they let you into the store, well, they're gonna follow you around the whole time. What store isn't letting black people in? He knows that's not true. He's just making something up to fearmonger. Then he says, oh, blacks, we don't get loans at banks when we have the same credit scores as white people. Well, more than your credit score is taken into account when a bank decides to give you a loan. And 2, all of the underwriting is done by AI computer software. It's not like there's some white supremacist sitting there with an approval stamp and it sees the name Jamal and decides they're not going to issue the loan. And then 3rd, banks are in the business of loaning money and making money, and they don't care what skin color you are. If you're a low-risk borrower and they will make a profit lending you money, they are going to lend you as much money as they can. These people are completely out of touch and not living in reality, but it's people like Sonny Hostin and these panelists that are going to keep this racist ideology alive and demand that the Democrat Party maintains this losing strategy as part of their core principles. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notification bells so you never miss a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.